Welcome to the Yes You Coaching Podcast. My name is Anna Manning. I am a confidence coach and the host of the Yes You Coaching Podcast. Today is, I suppose, a special one, episode 44, because Spotify emailed me earlier today. I use Spotify as the platform to create this podcast, and they emailed me earlier today and said, as of tomorrow, you have been podcasting for 1 year. So I'm just going to celebrate that, and I'm going to celebrate you too for being here and for being a podcast listener. Thousands of you have listened to episodes now. And it's been a delight for me actually to share this stuff. It's such an easy platform to use, such an easy way of getting out and having conversations with all of you in your homes, in your cars, when you're on a walk. People tell me where they listen to the podcast and when they listen to the podcast, and I just love it. So thank you for being here, and I hope you'll celebrate with me that there's been 1 year of the podcast. Here's to many more. So this episode 44, is going to be very short and sweet. And it's titled, There's Nothing Wrong With You, because I keep having this conversation with people, and I need you to know, just because you're struggling with some confidence stuff at work, just because you might be experiencing some worry, some anxiety, some doubt, some drama, some fear around maybe all of your work, or maybe just some bits of it, I need you to know that there is nothing wrong with you. One of the things that I like about this podcast is that I get to share with my clients' permission, and also sometimes clients come on the podcast, right? And I get to share their experiences and their stories, and I share mine too. And part of the reason that I want to do that is because part of my job is, as a confidence educator, is to help people, yes, to grow their confidence, but mostly just to help them see that there's nothing wrong with them. All of this stuff, this drama, this difficulty that we might go through at work, this is just part of a normal human existence. This is part of being a human in a workplace where things are difficult and are challenging and aren't always ideal. If you struggle or you find that difficult or you've got emotions around that, that's because you're a human, not because there's something wrong with you. So often when I start working with clients, they'll tell me that they've never told the stuff they tell me, they've never told anyone that stuff before. And I'm glad that they've got a place and a person to share it with. But it also makes me sad because I think, how many of us are walking around in our workplaces with fears and anxieties and worries and drama, and it's all bundled up on the inside? And whilst we look all professional and shiny on the outside, there's all this stuff going on the inside. And that can be quite a lonely place to be. So if that's you right now, and you kind of feel a bit lonely with it because maybe you haven't really shared it with people, or maybe you haven't really shared it with many people, just know that there is many, many people sharing this stuff with me all the time. You're not alone, and there is nothing wrong with you. You're just a human with a human brain, and some of the difficulties that produces in our workplaces. That's really all I've got to say today. There's hundreds of people on the email list. There's thousands of people listening to the podcast. There's nothing wrong with you. If you're experiencing drama, doubt, shame, anxiety, fear around your work stuff, there's nothing wrong with you. That's all I've got for you today. I hope that sinks in. I hope you know that you're perfectly fine and that you're perfectly normal and there's nothing wrong with you. And if you want to join a community of other perfectly fine, perfectly normal people that there is nothing wrong with, that are all working to grow their confidence, then come and join the SU coaching community. We'd love to have you. I send out confidence coaching by email every Sunday, and I'd love to have you with us. So have a lovely week. And until next week, just know this: there's nothing wrong with you.